says it's starting.
Well, Ellen, what does it look like to you? Okay, it is August 8th, 2024. It's August 6th. Good, we have 2 more days this month. August 6th, 2024, 7:03 p.m. Council meeting, first one of the month started. Let's all stand and how many things gavel and say pledge to Gordon. Will you lead us the pledge, please, mate?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call.
Blankenship.
Here.
Joseph.
Here.
Dinsmore.
Here.
Steiner. Godwin.
Here.
Hackler.
Here.
Hey, do we have a motion for the approval of the minutes? While we're waiting for those of you to show up, I think we got copies of the minutes around. Do we have enough?
Well, I only made.
Oh, we only made 5. We're not just many people, but we plan on coming back every week, and I urge you to do so. We will make sure we're better prepared for you.
I motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Questions, additions, deletions, anything you see wrong with it, or is everything perfect?
Perfect.
Well, okay, call for the vote.
Joseph.
Aye.
Dinsmore.
Aye.
Godwin.
Aye.
Hackler.
Aye.
Blankenship.
Okay, Solicitor's Monthly Report. I want to introduce Seth here. He is Marshall's person from the Marshall's office, and he is filling in probably for the whole year.
There's a chance.
There's a chance. See how well you do tonight?
I live the closest.
If you don't run away screaming and yelling? Okay. All right. So, okay, go ahead.
We have nothing to report.
All right. Any questions for our solicitor? All right. Moving on, Police Monthly Report. Is that new, by the way?
What's that? So for the month of July, 73 business checks, 34 traffic stops. There were 6 welfare checks, 14 traffic citations were issued. There was 1 arrest made, 2 reported suspicious vehicles, 1 reported suspicious person, 3 animal complaints reported, 1 alarm drop, and 58 extra patrols. On the 4th of July, around 9:50 p.m., our department responded to 8288 South Cleveland-Massillon Road for a fireworks complaint. After further investigation, a mail was issued a summons for discharge of fireworks, being that it's still prohibited in Clinton. On July 28th, around 1:30 in the morning, our department responded to an address in the village for a welfare check on 2 children. After further investigation, both children were taken into emergency custody by our agency and transported to Akron Children's Hospital. This matter is still under investigation along with the assistance from the members of the Summit County Children's Services Bureau. And there was a big speeding complaint that was made attention to me last month, and 29 stops were made on Cleveland-Massillon Road for speed, and of those 29, 11 people were issued tickets. So we're trying to slow some people down.
I saw you guys. I came down Cleveland-Massillon Road, and I saw 1 in New Franklin and 1 in Clinton. So, yes, thank you very much.
Any questions?
That was a good fireworks display, by the way.
I wanted to ask you, that fireworks, what day was that fireworks on?
That was on the 4th of July.
Okay.
Yeah, we got called there a little before 10, it looks like, from my notes.
All right.
So.
Well, no, I thought your next day was July 28th. I thought, boy, that'd be something if they're even violating Ohio law. At least they were in Ohio law, but not Clinton law.
Yeah, it was Clinton law, and there was previous discussions, and yeah, we had our job we had to do that night. So for that particular incident, yeah.
If I remember correctly, even under Ohio law, it was big enough they would have had to get permits and stuff?
I believe so, yeah, due to the size, yeah.
So did they even ask for a permit?
I believe the last meeting, I think it was made that there was no permit.
That's right. Yeah,
if I remember
that's what
correctly.
I had. Okay, so they were violating both codes at once. All right. Thank you very much. Anybody have any questions, comments for our police officer? They're doing a very good job around the village. I've been seeing them a lot more, and yeah, I really like what you guys are doing here. And you guys are keyed up for the Run to the Wall event coming up, right?
Yeah, that was just posted, so yeah, most of our department works that. Sometimes there's so many officers required, we do reach out to Barbara, and so usually we're able to fully fill that job, yeah. for that
Okay.
Run to the Wall.
One thing I was asked on behalf of the Veterans Park, we're gonna have our car show, and I think it's August 16th. Anyways, if you can check the website or you can text me. Anyways, they asked if we could have an officer out front for parking.
Okay.
Is that possible?
Yeah, I think I work that day, so I'll make sure maybe I'm down here to help people get in and out.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
Yep.
sounds good. Thank you very much.
no problem.
All right, Fire Chief Monthly Report.
For the month of July, we had 26 total calls, 21 EMS, 5 fire. 16 of them were inside the village, 10 outside the village, 7 to New Franklin, 2 to Chippewa, 1 to Canal Fulton. I also want to advise everybody, if you don't already know, that Clinton Road going on to 21 is closed. So if you go down Shank Road to Edwards, you should be able to get on there.
And watch the speed limits on those roads. They're not as high as you might be used to. Thank you very much. Did anybody have any questions, comments for our Fire Chief?
They give an idea how long it's gonna be closed?
60 days,
60?
yes.
Oh, okay.
It's not fun. Okay, Street Commissioners Monthly Report. Kevin?
So last month, we did another round of roadside mowing. That's completed. Finished up with my regular mowing. I had a couple days early in July there that I had some storm damage that I did, and just this past Monday, storm damage, and tonight before I came. So, yeah.
I want to say I've had an opportunity to ride around with Kevin a couple times. First, we looked at all the mowing. He does a heck of a lot of mowing. I don't know if you guys realize that he drives the streets. But for my last trip around the village, I think all the grass looks great. So that's fantastic. The other thing is he made a list of all the roads that we're going to be still doing some chip and seal on. And that is something so you will see with some improvements. A lot of them over here. Our budget is still small. Keep in mind, we drive the roads in Clinton. We're on a very small budget. And I think our roads overall look better than we see in most of the other places that have a much larger budget than we do. So, Kevin, thank you very much.
Yep, you're welcome.
Hey, one quick question. Did you ever get a price on that little bit of extra road there?
He said it roughly about another additional 35.
Oh, that's all?
So
Okay.
I wasn't worried too much about that.
Sounds good. All right, there's a road, when we drove around, where Van Buren comes down, he was showing me the roads we're doing, and we drive over this part of Van Buren, which looked worse than the ones we're doing. I said, okay, not good. So thank you very much for that. And that's what we're looking at, September, August?
As soon as we get everything approved and I get it on the schedule.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Okay. Fiscal Officer's Report.
I don't know anything today.
Okay. Unfinished business? Okay. Mayor's Communications. I'll handle that. I already just talked about the riding a street garage, mowing of roads, what he's doing. One of the other things been on the agenda lately is the zoning forms. As you know, we did not have what I thought we had. I finally got with Marshall's office, and I spoke with him just the other day. He sent me the forms, and I made a few corrections on them, basically names, stuff like that. I have now sent them on to Jeff, who has them so that they can be handed out. So that is where we're at. We actually he can now write violations and citations for properties that are not up to par, and do it in accordance with the laws we have on the books. The last thing I have is I met with the mayor of New Franklin a while back, and I've been looking into the idea of getting our fire departments back together. He made us an offer. I would like to take that to our safety committee, the next safety committee meeting, present it, and have all of council review it, see what's good, what's bad. They could reject it. So I'd like that. Jan, you're in the safety committee, right?
I have no information at this point.
I'll give it to you at the meeting. So,
Oh,
yeah, I have it. I'll be glad, or you can give me a call. We can talk about what was offered, and then that can be discussed in that meeting and decide what as a committee, you know, what you look at and what may or may not be good for the village. And that is all that I have at this point.
Can I ask, who initiated that?
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
I'm glad you find it so interesting.
Well, I mean,
It's a great idea. Thank you for doing that.
without authority from council to instructing you to approach another municipality, it seems outside of what the proper protocol is. I mean, this was not discussed in council, this was not discussed in committee. And for you to take the initiative and go out there and do that, it's not okay. That
Really?
it isn't.
Okay. I'll tell you what, we've got legal counselors tonight. What say you?
So over the last couple of days, I've been looking into the ordinances of the city as well as the Ohio Revised Code.
Mm-hmm.
Now, council is free to take powers away from the mayor. We can talk more about that now. However, currently, as the law is on the books, both in the ordinances and the ORC, the way that the village seems structured seems to defer a lot of power to the mayor. Now, anything that the mayor does, he will have to bring back to you guys to actually enact.
Okay.
Nothing's being,
That's interesting because we had a situation with a mayor 2 mayors ago who went and did something, took initiative on his own and signed an agreement without council knowledge, and with our same solicitor representing us, the agreement was rescinded because he did not have the authority to go and do that at that time.
Correct. So he wouldn't have the authority to enter an agreement with New Franklin. However, currently as things are structured, folks can talk in the executive branch of the village. They can't bind the village in that way, but they can have a conversation.
Okay.
yeah, I'm not allowed to make an agreement with him without council approval, but we can talk and discuss ideas. And if he gives for something, I can bring it back. Now, I tell you what may not be appropriate is if a certain council member were to say, send an email on behalf of no one instructing them to another mayor. That might be wrong, but as far as what I did, I'm in every legal right to do that.
This email, is this the one that had my name included in it?
There was an email that included your name in it. I found that
I've never met the
fascinating.
mayor before.
You never met the mayor before, okay.
And for somebody in council to accuse me of something, again, with no facts, she should check her facts first. Marshall said that last week.
Yeah, that is something someone should gather all their facts before they do something such as that. I do agree with that wholeheartedly. Anything else?
Yeah, I did send the email, if that's where we're referring, because based on what has happened before, and I was told that both you and Ross went to that meeting and talked to Franklin Mayor and the Franklin Fire Department. I just find it highly suspect that without discussion in safety or council, that the mayor would take the initiative when we have our fire department functions well and we have it under control and there's no issues. So that's just as highly suspect. But yes, I did send that email.
I can say, why wasn't I involved? Being
It was
the,
just a conversation, and I did, as a matter of fact, if you notice during the meeting minutes, during the mayor's report, I'm getting you involved. But there's
so
nothing,
why should he go and I not go?
he did not go.
I did not go.
I thought I just heard you say that.
No,
I
you
said
accused me
that-
of going when
No, I
did.
didn't, there was no
Yes, it
accusation.
was.
Yeah, it most certainly was. I saw the email.
I said that you went
Okay.
because that's what I was told. There's no.
Did you ask me? Did you ask Bud?
I don't trust either one of you, so why would I ask you to say anything? So, anyway, in the future, I will ask you, Ross, and hope that you tell me the truth.
Well, Marshall asked you last meeting that you should ask and find your facts first.
And since you're so interested in talking to Mayor New Frank, you could have asked him. I think you might trust him more than you do Mayor Ross. I don't know.
The person talked about the last meeting got out of hand. Shouldn't we move on to proper conversations instead of finger pointing?
You know something, Jackie? I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Are you signed up here? Do you have a yes by your name here?
Sure do.
Okay, well, I tell you what. We're going to get to you in just a few minutes. Well, wait a minute. Look at the list. In about, I don't know, an hour or two.
That's okay.
Okay. All right, that's all I have for mayor's communications. Man, I'm seeing so many people out here, and I actually enjoy everybody showing up. Even if y'all came to complain about me, that's fine. I want someone here. All right. Lewis complained about me last time.
No, I didn't.
And I thought he was my friend. Okay. Okay, next on the list, council communications and council committee reports.
None here.
Keith, you said a committee.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about the bleachers at Warwick. I actually went down there and took a look at those bleachers. They're in bad, sad shape. It's just not wood. It's actually the structural framing's rusted. We have a couple bids, like $18,000, $20,000 to fix those bleachers. I just don't think they're used. We did talk to the baseball committee down there, and they mentioned that really nobody really uses those. A lot of people bring their own equipment nowadays, canopies, their own chairs. I think we need to just get rid of them and plant some grass and move on.
Someone suggested a small area.
Well, we also talked about this. If we would get complaints in the future that there was no bleachers, we would then maybe look at the idea of putting some aluminum bleachers in with a concrete pad.
So are you actively working to get bids to get rid of those bleachers, or is that something?
Well, we haven't made it that far yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to see if there's any ideas on how we can get rid of those, a scrapper or whomever.
Well, you're not the first person on that committee to ever come up with that idea, I think. Is that true out there? Okay, I'm sorry, it's not your turn to speak. Right? No, get out of here. He had your committee before you. So yeah, you're not the first person to come up with that.
I'm worried that somebody's going to get hurt.
We've thought that for years. Those bleachers are in bad shape, and I fully agree. Does council want him looking to estimates to get rid of that? Okay.
Do we need to make a motion?
It's up to you guys.
On gov deals, sell
I like that idea.
Do that.
them. We don't have no issue with them. They're
Somebody else picks them up, takes them. Oh, I love that idea. Okay, for those of you who are in hearing range, we got to remember to speak of the microphone, because from that far away, nobody outside here can hear. Although I think all of Clinton is here right now. We don't have to worry about it. But Gov Deals is definitely a good place to go for that. Leah, do you and Kevin want to handle that?
Yeah, I just have to get pictures.
Okay, all right. Everybody okay with that? All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Any other council communication or council committee reports? All right. Moving on, we have citizens' comments.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. I have committee reports. I was still digesting that. So as a member of the safety committee, I reached out to a gentleman at CS. There's been a lot of concern about the trains and the stopping of the trains. And so I reached out to Jeff Everett of CSX and explained the situation and asked if they could consider giving us right of way alongside the tracks to take our vehicles, safety vehicles, through there to reach the part of Warwick that is cut off when the trains are across the tracks there. They are looking into it. And again, we had our conversation. He said it's a big ask, but they're going to look into it. I also reached out to the planning development civil engineer, Travis Sonnier, who was actually the gentleman that Kevin and our former street supervisor met with and walked the old access road that we had many, many years ago through the Mayberry property back at that time. And he said that I explained a little bit further of what the concerns were and that it is definitely a safety issue and they consider revisiting that. He said he would there's like a many-step process. He is going to present it to the board, and the board then will review it, and then it would have to go to another board. And again, he said it's a far reach. He said because to disrupt the ecological balance of that preserve down there, they have to prove to the committee that it is of benefit to all of Summit County. So, many residents are asking if there's anything we can do. Well, we're trying. The other thing is, we've had this problem in the village of Clinton all of my life. I grew up here for 65 years. We've been fighting that train. We used to have 2 sets of tracks there. We were stopped for hours trying to go to work in that. But safety vehicles at that time could still get through. So, they did a study, and still, our fire department has mutual aid set up. So they've timed it to get from where the next station to get to that part, it's 4 minutes. So is it perfect? No, but for right now, it's what we got. But we're still working on trying to see what we can do if there's another avenue. The other thing I had as community development chair, IT and technical stuff like that falls under the Committee of Community Development. We had a meeting on Friday, and we reviewed the proposals that were given to the committee by ETC and FBT. Our Matt Steiner and I have been trying to talk to different companies. In December, though, the council voted on hiring a IT company, and that was in December of last year. There were a lot of different issues that went on, but for one reason or the other, the agreement was dissolved with that particular IT company. We still are responsible for securing our servers, our computers, and that type of, and all the technical equipment we have in the village. So we're kind of like 8 months behind on this. Matt, being so involved in that, and we had the meeting so that basically he could be involved in the meeting because he had to be out of town. Unfortunately, Ross Blankenship, one of the committee members, was not able to meet any of the times or dates that were given. But we still had a quorum with Kevin and I. So the committee reviewed both of the proposals. We even called each company, and both Keith and Matt were able to ask them technical questions, get their ideas, and in your packets, we have the quote from the company that, with Matt's blessing, the committee voted to recommend that council hire SBT Small Business Technologies as our IT provider. You have the proposal in front of you. I know that due to vacations and that, our packets didn't get sent out, so you may not have had enough time to really digest and review the proposal. I was going to go ahead and move and make the motion that we vote on this tonight, but I really would like to give all council members enough time to really look at the proposal. And then if you have any questions, you can reach out to myself or Matt or Keith, who were in the meeting. And hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and vote on that the next meeting. I just think it's important that everyone get enough time to actually look through the proposal and understand what we're voting on. I also provided each of the council people a copy of the appropriation status at your seats. And if you look at the top line as you're researching through this, the top line for other professional technical services, that's what is the line item, what the amount we have for technical services. It's more than enough to cover the cost of the what the quoted service would be. So.
Does this have to be in the form of a resolution since there's money involved?
Not just to sign, not to do the agreement at this point, but when we do it, we can do a resolution, but just to have you sign a contract, we don't have to have a resolution.
Is that the way you read the law?
So I didn't know about the resolution in the past when I did my research today when I was asked about this issue. My impression from what I was informed of was this was going to be something completely new and that the funds might not have been appropriated. Maybe you and I could talk over the next couple of days.
Right.
And figure out the correct way to, might be the correct way to do it.
Well, it is a line item, but if council agrees and votes on this, then the monies are there. They need to be appropriated. This would be the first step.
It's already in there. It's already appropriated.
Okay.
So we really wouldn't have to do that. We would just have to do the contract. Like
So, so we really don't need even.
We appropriated for the other company that we did that.
Right, so it was already there. So we can do it by vote and just have the contract signed. We can do a resolution. There again, I would like to give all of council more time to look at that. So I am not making the motion to vote on it tonight. So we still could, but again, as far as, even if I was making the motion tonight, we wouldn't need a resolution for that, and the monies are appropriated there.
Thank you very much. Any other committee reports or council communications? All right. Thank you very much. Next up, citizens' comments. Page 1. All right, now let me tell you this format goes, just so for those of you who got a big crowd here today. Typically, when there's only 1 or 2 people, I do give a lot of leeway in time. In the past, we have had a 3-minute rule on this with the amount of people. I have a 3-minute egg timer here, so I ask that you all stick to the 3 minutes that we're going to have there. Tony Barbu? Tabby, I'm sorry. You all are fine with that?
Yep.
Okay, Gordon, wherever you're at on here, you may go first. Please come up to the...
Those of you that don't know, I'm the owner of Clinton Auto Repair. Been here about 20 years, working with the community, working with council on many issues, fire departments, pretty good part of the community, I feel. But I've been running into a lot of problems here, and Jan, I know you're familiar with Sunshine Law and Rob's Rule. I know Matt is, too bad he's not here. I don't know how many, but you probably are also, aren't you? The Sunshine Law and Matt's,
We all have to have the Sunshine Law training.
Right. Well, according to Rob's Rule, there's a major conflict of interest going on here. Paragraph 45, Section 4. It's a long read. But, when a council member owns a auto shop and he's the only one harassing me, you're a solicitor, I think you could ask that question. I think that's a pretty good conflict of interest. When it's an adjoining shop competing shop that I have fixed a few of his cars, I'm sure he's maybe fixed 1 or 2 of mine. But the man has went to call the EPA on me, the health department on me. It's a personal vendetta, and I've had about enough. I think personally you should resign or be recalled, which I've checked with the Board of Elections, what it takes to do that. And I don't think it would be real hard. This is only a part of the showing the people behind me. I don't know why you have such a personal thing against me other than you were told you couldn't purchase my building. And maybe a few other things. Maybe your Max like fix cars better than you. I don't know. But, solicitor, what do you think about that as far as big conflict of interest? No one else on council seems to have a problem with me but him. And he owns State Street Tire.
That's not true. Other people do have a problem with you.
You're the only one I'm hearing of, brother.
Because I'm the only one that will stand up and say something.
That's because you're a bully.
I'm not a bully.
You bully widows around here.
All we ask is you to clean up your yard.
Still getting cleaned up. Yeah, you want to fire the zoning guy?
I don't want to fire the zoning guy. I never said that.
Oh, that's rumor around town. You want him to step down.
Nope.
Maybe not fired. Maybe the wrong word.
Never said that. I just wanted him to give you the proper citation.
He's been doing that.
He never had to.
Or maybe you should have signed up for...
Okay, all right, guys, we got it.
No, this is good.
Well, it may be good, but this is not reality TV.
No, but it is my life and my children.
I know, I understand.
I'm supporting.
I understand.
I'm a taxpaying citizen here. I give money to this. If you guys ain't getting your money out of my business, you need to check with your accountant. But I've had enough. You call the EPA on me? That's a little girl move, man. Health department? Yes, it is. Should I come snooping around your garage at night?
I don't have snoop around. All I gotta do is...
Oh, no, some of the barrels you were talking about, they're hid way out back. And they're empty, and they're oil storage barrels, which I'm allowed to have. We use motor oil. Health department, you're well within your rights. And by the way, they all threw you under the bus.
I never called the health department. That's a lie.
She told me you called.
No, I called the EPA. I won't deny that.
The health department said you sent them over.
Nope.
This is a personal vendetta. I think the solicitor might even have a little clue on that right now.
There's no competition. I've been living in Clinton for
Just because you think I'm no competition to you, you're wrong. I fix a lot of your cars you screw up.
So now we're going to slander one another?
No, you're the one slandering things like, you're the one being slanderous by calling my business a junkyard, a plague on the village. Yeah?
Okay, all right, your 3 minutes are up. I do want to say I've driven by and...
Okay, this is my last communication here. The next one will be from attorneys.
Okay, but I've driven by...
The bad thing about it is, I can't sue him. I gotta sue the village of Clinton, the council president, and right on down the line. It's time council, are you guys intimidated by him in any way? Because this would not have went on when I was in council.
Gordon, I've driven by your place many times. I've seen a lot of improvement, so thank you very much for that.
Improvement.
It's very steady improvement.
Jeff gave me a little time because I've had 2 heart attacks. Matter of fact, you're stressing me out about to have a third. I hope you're happy. Nitro like candy. I just hope you're so proud of yourself.
Gordon, we do have a lot of people on the cell today. Thank you very much. Sorry, you're by yourself, give you a lot more time. Yeah, I know that. Thank you very much. All right, so...
I will not tolerate it much longer.
I understand that.
I've been here 20 years. He's been here, what, council 2 years? And all of a sudden the place is a problem? I think you realize what's going on.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Let's go to Tabby. Where is Tabby? Oh, hey, yes, I remember meeting you coming in. Come on up. I'll set the timer for you.
2 things. One, I live on Cleveland, Mass. I do appreciate the police department. We've seen a lot more presence out there. People starting to slow down. I don't know what the cost would be, but I'm requesting that the council look into it. I know, like, when I come in through Canal Fulton each day, there's 2 places that have a speed sign that's solar powered that tells you what your speed is and to slow down. And I'm wondering if that would be beneficial out there on Cleveland, Mass. That stretch between Surface and once you get into down here to Clinton Road. It seems to be
the north end then.
Yeah.
The north end, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree, it's bad.
We're at a...
Yeah, up there. But anyway, I don't know what the cost would be or what's included to get one installed. But I think it would be helpful to help people slow down a little bit more if they know that, there's a sign saying, hey, you're doing 45 miles in a 35.
Yeah, and I can say that we last year we purchased one for up there on Clinton Road.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually followed people in town when they see the sign. It's like, oh, I'm speeding. I can see their brake lights come on.
Yeah.
So it doesn't stop everybody. Those of us who ride bicycles like me, I love to see how fast I can go through them, but I don't break the speed limit on that because I don't have that ability. I'm too slow. But I know we have been. Do we have on schedule for Divide Ellen this year, or is that what you were just talking about buying one?
They're about $4,500.
Okay.
Okay. So I just wanted to bring that up as maybe a possibility to
Okay.
help kind of further that cause out there. I do know we have small children now living in the neighborhood that weren't there a year ago. I really don't want to see anybody get hurt. The other reason I'm here is just to speak on behalf of Clinton Auto. My husband and I moved here 9 years ago. Gordon has done a lot of work for us. We have multiple vehicles. And anybody who knows me knows I drive them like I think I'm Mario Andretti. So I've not gotten a ticket yet.
So that's what you need speed signs for yourself. I see you now.
No, not down my street. Down 21, that's a whole nother story. But just a quick story, and this is because I feel like Clinton Auto is a part of this community, and it's also a representation of this community, because this community is diverse. We have people that, are living paycheck to paycheck and barely scraping by, and all the way up to people who are building $750,000 homes. All of us in the same town. And I could have taken my car anywhere, and a work van, and I took it to Gordon, and anybody else would have seen dollar signs. They would have been like, oh, this is, we're going to cash in on this. This is going to be $2,000, $3,000 to fix this van. But Gordon didn't take advantage. Gordon did what Gordon does best, and that is caring about the people of this community. And he looked at it and said, listen, I could do this. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Or I can do this. It's going to fix the problem, and it's going to be substantially less. And he gave us that option and saved us almost $2,500. And with my husband and I, we have a small business. We not exactly swimming in thousands of dollars to, for car maintenance. And that's just one of the times that Gordon has helped us out. He's towed my car free of charge down to the shops. He fixed it. I really don't want to see, Gordon go anywhere. I mean, he helps a lot of people in this town. And he's a staple in this town. This town doesn't have much in the ways of businesses, but the businesses we do have are essential to this community. And having an auto repair is essential to this community.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Phil Miller, your name's down here, but you marked no. Did you change your mind by any chance?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm here to support Clinton Auto too, I know Gordon's an honest person. He's not going to rip no off.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. We have Louis Rash. Who is he? No, I'm kidding. Louis, come on, step on up.
I got a couple of things about the train. I was in front of the second opening, and it would stop for about 35 minutes. So I decided to call the governor's office. They proceeded to tell me there is not too much we can do about that train. And if we put a road around where was discussed before, it will do no good. Because when I was stopped, when it first started to go again, there was more than 75 cars. So what good would it do? 50 cars this way, 75 cars this way. You ain't getting around. The governor's office said they've had tons of calls from other cities, towns, and villages. There's nothing you can do. So, my friends, you just learn to live with it because there's nothing we can do about it.
Louis, I
the 800 numbers still on the crossing signs? The 800 numbers they used to be on there?
Yep.
You call that, you know what it gives you? Nothing. It used to go through to Florida, the central.
Yeah. Luce, let me stop here for a minute. I meant to bring this up earlier when the trains were brought up. I have a friend of mine that works for the railroad, and he told me what's going on there. Oh, thank you. My timekeeper, she's good with numbers. And anyways, one of the problems is the regulations right now. And the regulations allow the train to be 2.5 miles long. Actually, there's a footage in there. If I did the math, it's around 2.5 to 3 miles long. When you have trains that long, they're going to fill up a lot of space. If they stop, that's a lot of area to cover.
But they were more than 2 miles long.
Well, yeah, no, 2.5. I think it's like 17,000 feet or something like that. You have to look it up. But anyways, so if someone wants to do something, if everybody wants to do something, what you could do, this is a federal law. This is under the federal regulations. Write a letter to every congressperson you can talk to. And our own Representative Amelia Sykes, she represents our area. She's on the Transportation Committee. So write a letter and say, hey, this is too long. What can you do to drop that down some? And that might help some. It may not be perfect. But that is one thing I urge everybody to do. Write letters. Because you probably aren't going to all go to Washington and sit here and talk to them like you can us. One of the advantages of us, you have that ability. But that is what's happening with the trains right now. Okay, go ahead. I'll start you back up.
Going down Deerfield Road before you get to the bridge, there is a guardrail that's been smashed down. I think it was smashed down with a tree. I don't know who fixes them. I don't know who reports them. But I do know if somebody hits that, they're going airborne into the creek. Because it sets at an angle. Now, I don't know if it's the county, the state.
I think that's a county. Kevin, is that a county road?
It's a county road, but I don't know if that would be our responsibility or not.
Can you check and you can take a look into that? All right, thank you.
If it's a county, if it's a village tree, is it our insurance? Is the biggest thing possible? I just want to bring it up.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for that.
And this fighting between, I've seen it too much. And you all know how upset I can get, and you all know how bitchy I can get. Now, number one, fighting amongst yourselves in public, that means if you can't control yourself, you need to step down. This has been going on for years and years. I was here for 4 years. It went on. You can't fight amongst yourselves in front of us. Attorney, can you,
It's not necessarily advisable to do that. It creates an interesting image, not the... I'm on the spot here.
I don't want to put nobody on the spot, but I would like to put people on the spot. If you can't get along with mayor and other council representatives, please just go home. Quit.
Louis, thank you very much. Okay, Tom Nepper?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I'm here to support Dorian.
Okay. Yeah, you marked no here, so I'll... You know, I do this, by the way, even if you mark no, some people change their minds, so I want to give everybody an opportunity.
No, I appreciate that.
Because we are here for you. Okay. I tell you what, I know my handwriting's bad, but I have trouble reading this. Grossfar? It might, yeah, all you raise your hands, it might be mine. I can't read any of this. You should all be doctors or on council or mayor.
Is that DG?
DG, yeah.
With a squiggly nose?
Yeah. Dave Gromowski. That's you, okay.
Yeah, I just,
Always start to get you to the microphone.
All right, first I'd like to, just, thank you all for your services, because it's not easy. But anyhow, and about this griping stuff, yes men are just as bad. So, having your own opinions and stuff and working it out, what's good for all of us versus the others. But I'm here for Gordon. He's been doing my cars for 20 years. I don't know why he's here, getting flooded out every 2, 3 times, 40 times a year. It's tough to have to quit your business for a week and try to put things back together. We all know when a flood happens, how much trauma that causes the whole business. So, sometimes things could get out of hand. I'm sure if anybody's had any working with him, he's a trustworthy guy. When you're in a little town like this, there's no place for any kind of repairs on anything like this. Very few businesses around. It's almost a ghost town. Having something like that is very crucial for our little town, and I think it's very necessary. And I think we can solve things without getting on people about things, calling in other things if it was done or not. It's just try to make it as easy as we can. I'm sure if you tell somebody something, they'll do something, and get it done in a timely fashion. If you got some help with things, I think there's sometimes you can let it roll a little bit too. So anyhow, I'm here for Gordon. I don't want to see him go. I will miss him tremendously.
Thank you very much. Okay, our next one, Judy Finlayson.
Yep.
Okay, welcome.
If I can finish talking in 3 minutes, I get a beer.
Well, now that would fill this place up just right.
I'm here for Gordon too, but it's not just because of his business. There's all kinds of places you can get your car fixed. What Gordon represents is honesty, sincerity, and compassion. I'm obviously a bit disabled. That man probably cringes every time I pull into his shop. There's always an issue that goes beyond 2 days. That man will call me and say, listen, I'm going to have it for another day. Do you need anything from the store? Can I get you anything? Because I'm alone. I can go to dealerships 20 miles from here, and I'm going to drop $5,000 more than what this man charges me. Because they're going to screw me, because I'm a woman walking in who thinks that I don't know anything. I do know a little bit. But I do know that man is honest to me. He'll look at my vehicle. He's like, man, you're back again with this? Let me do this. Let me look at this. If it's not worth repairing, I'm going to suggest you do this. You have a park over here that's filled with bodies standing up for the right to... Our country was founded on compassion and people getting their hands dirty. That's what this nation is about. Not pretty parks. My rights don't end where somebody's feelings begin. And I'll do anything for Gordon. He has saved me over and over. I've never had that before, and I'm not going to lose it. I'm retired. I'm winded, but I got a tank that's 30 hours, and I got a bullhorn. And I'll sit, and I'll do some preaching. I carry my Constitution wherever I go. And Lord have mercy, Gordon, I got your back. And I rest my case.
Wow. Judy, I just want to say I really enjoyed you being here. Please come back.
Oh, no.
And
Well, people will remember me anyway.
have you been to the park over there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. All right. We have a lot of events.
My son is 4 more, 8 more.
Okay, fantastic.
Got to say, she does make me cookies.
Oh, you know,
that's the kind of person that I truly, when I do something, I beg, or I think of him. I think of him like my son. No, not that old, but getting there. He's a person.
mhm.
He's not capable.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. Jackie Gotch, you're next up.
Okay, I want to touch on 3 things. The last time I was here, I mentioned that it's embarrassing to the community to hear the nitpicking and the poking at who did this and who did that. Obviously, I didn't make myself very clear, so I'll speak to you since you're the one that bullies everybody. Whether you and Marissa can get along or you can't get along, do it behind closed doors. We don't want to witness it. We don't want to see it. I started coming to these meetings because I joined the committee with Jeff, and I'm very interested, and I had a long conversation with the mayor about some things I'd like to see happen. So I want to come to the meeting, but I want to hear what I need to hear. I don't want to hear, she sent this email, he said this, she said that. That's not why we're here. You're to represent us. You're to hit the topics. And then that's what we should actually be standing up here communicating on and giving our opinions. As for Gordon, I want to say this in my 3 minutes. I don't drive a vehicle, honestly, that is out of warranty and that I have to go to Gordon. But all my children do because they're children and they're in their 20s and 30s and they're starting out in life. Every vehicle that I've taken to Gordon, he has fixed. He has done the same thing with me, as I've already heard other people say. Jackie, I could do it for this. You know, I know you're footing the bill. This is how much I can do it for. I can do it this way. Tell me what the best option is. This is what you need. This is what we could get by with to get her back on the road. He's treated my kids fairly. He's treated me fairly, and he has been a big help. He has even come to our house and towed my daughter's car and not charged me to tow it the 2 blocks down the street that he has to go. So has he had issues with citations or citations not being given? Yes. But has he started to clean it up? Yes. And it's like I said in the last meeting, set a guideline, have him follow it, have goals, help him achieve them. Don't stand there and try to call the EPA on somebody that is a tax-paying citizen in our community. Try to help him because we want to keep him. As for the park, I was just looking up balloon and bleachers. Feel free to contact me. There are fundraisers we could do. There are things that we should keep in mind that it doesn't all have to come out of Clinton's budget. We have a community. People do GoFundMes for all kinds of things, bake sales. We've done all kinds of things in the community to help. We need to help each other more. If we need bleachers at Warwick, it's $1,500. I can tell you right now, whether my husband likes it or not, I'd be there to tell you I'll head it up. I will start something, and I'll donate the first $400 towards them. If we want bleachers, let's get bleachers. We're a community. Let's help each other. I bet if I went to Gordon and said, hey, I need some help with this. Can I hang something down there? Would you help me out? You want to donate a little? I can tell you that the answer would be yes. So again, don't want to go past my 3 minutes, but stop fighting amongst yourselves. Start focusing on the problems that we have as a community and the solutions we can use to get there. Stop pointing fingers at each other. Doesn't matter who sent an email how long ago. Doesn't matter who said this how long ago. We need to move forward. And as for the fire department, the last thing I want to touch on, no, it doesn't look good that council wasn't involved. And I can say that I'm not part of the safety committee. But when you said, shouldn't I have been involved? Shouldn't have I had the paperwork? Giving you the paperwork the day of doesn't give you enough time to study that information to help make a decision. So if we're going to do something like try to merge fire departments, our whole community is going to want to be involved in that. That goes beyond sending a piece of paper down in front of somebody before a meeting. That means that everybody in this community would want to have something to do with whether or not fire departments merge. I own a large structure. I own a very old structure. The thought of there being any kind of delay makes me very nervous, and I'm sure a lot of other people too. So that is not just something that people would want council to decide for them. That is something that the village is going to want to be involved in. I'm sure most people here would agree. Disbanding our fire department or changing it, yes, that is a major move. So that concerns me when I hear, well, I'll give you the paperwork at the meeting. No, 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 no. You're going to make a decision that has to do with the fire department and the community I live in. I want to hear what's going on. I want to know. That's a state.
Jackie, I can tell you that not only is there no paperwork to give at this point, but there's no decision being made today either.
Well, that's good to know.
This is probably, I can tell you that what's going on is probably going to take 6 months to iron out any details, if anything happens. They may decide they don't want anything to happen, stay status quo. So there's a lot can happen. It's an idea. It's being thrown out there, and it's now up to council to look at and say yes, no, maybe, or we can do this.
It sounds like a couple people in council were a little bit surprised by the whole idea. So, of course, sitting on our side, I'm a little surprised here. You're surprised and you're surprised. You're supposed to, again, all work together. That's it. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jackie. And we will talk sometimes. Give me a call. Thank you. Kent Gotch, you are next on the list.
I wasn't gonna talk, but I gotta outdo that. First, on the fire department conversation, right? Didn't we just pass a levy so that we could maintain our own fire department?
Yes, we did.
Did you not campaign very heavily on behalf of that levy?
Or as a village, we did.
As a village, we did, okay. Secondly, on Gordon Shop. So a member of council took it upon himself to call the EPA.
I'm a private citizen also.
Not anymore, brother. You took an oath saying otherwise.
Ooh, hey, guys.
You took an oath saying otherwise.
I know.
Listen too much.
Okay.
Agree, whatever. Right.
So why would you call on Gordon's property, but not, and again, I don't want anybody called on. What are you supposed to hide behind the hardware store? What are you supposed to hide down at Village Garage?
That don't matter to him.
I mean, it seems kind of odd that there is State Street Tire, which interestingly enough has how many claims against it with the BBP in the last 3 years? 3?
Maybe.
No, maybe, it is. And then you have Clinton Automotive, who has had 0 since inception. I think there's something personal there. And you took an oath.
Personal there. When you drive by, all I've asked them to do is clean up. I've never asked them to shut down.
Would that be defensible
All
in
I've
court?
asked them to do was clean up.
Well, you know what, though, here's the thing. You also,
Shutting down is two different things.
you also just said that you didn't call for Jeff's dismissal. Either your minutes are not accurate, or you're a liar.
Never.
You did, the last meeting.
Nope.
If he's not doing his job, get rid of him. That's exactly what.
I tell you what,
The mayor keeps on Jeff to get the job done. That's what I said.
All right, I'm done.
All right, thank
Good job.
you very much.
Once again, cut off. This needs settled.
Actually, he still has another minute here.
Still that timer away. We got plenty of time. Let's get it settled.
We have Shelley Kunkel here. You have no by your name? I think this is a no? Oh, you're gonna talk, okay, so those that are watching, Shelley Kunkel, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
I just wanted to speak on behalf of the community and thank Gordon for everything that he does, and also the zoning and, the street department, because there are a lot of changes that have been happening in maintaining, so, and obviously, the council has been a part of that as well. But thank you, Gordon, for maintaining the business in Clinton, because it's very difficult to do it in a smaller community. Anyway, that's it.
Thank you very much. All right, next up, we have Stephanie Jenkins. Inside your name.
That's me.
Oh, okay, there you are.
I just, again, am going to go with what Shelley said, and what Jack and Ken. The fighting and bickering is really obnoxious on the Facebook stream, just so y'all know. And then on top of that, instead of calling the EPA on someone, why don't you say, hey, is there something I can do to help you? He gets flooded constantly. It can help. I would love to see those redirections maybe cleaned up some. Do we call the EPA on those? I'm trying that. Show those skins and then spray some stuff around.
We were actually first on the list to get sprayed for mosquitoes this year because we tested. We're the first to test for that, yeah.
I get that, but at the same rate, when the mosquito guys fly through here at 30 miles an hour, and it's
rainy. It's kind of a pointless service to go ahead and waste our money on.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, like I said, is that something really to call the EPA? No, but the crap that's actually down in that lake or floating down the tusk,
Yeah.
maybe we should focus our efforts towards that.
I do have concerns about that.
Oh, you know, when I first moved here 8 years ago, there was a meeting that was held at the fire department, and I still have the flyer hanging on my fridge from one of those things. Here's our proposal. Here's this website you can go to get an estimate of what your taxes would be when the sewer comes through. Did anything ever happen? No.
Thank goodness.
Shitter's old. I mean, when
you just pay for an extra septic too, so if you guys think
Yeah.
the sewer isn't important to us,
It
we
is.
just had to pay for another septic.
Okay,
system.
I can talk on that in just a minute if you'd like.
It's, you know, and that's fine, but at the same rate, it seems like we spend more time griping and bickering instead of figuring out plausible solutions.
Mhm.
You guys are over here at least once a month. Kumbaya, get over it, figure it out. And as far as the street department goes, did you know that before, like he said, before the meeting, he was doing some storm cleanup?
Yes.
Yeah, saw him
Mhm.
on my way home, out there picking up debris.
Mhm.
So should be calling for, he needs to be monitored, because he does a pretty darn good job. And as far as Jeff goes, same thing. I don't feel like you need to hold his hand. If anything, you need to give him more pay, more time to do his job.
Thank you very much. Let me take a quick,
Can I respond to one thing?
Oh, one more
oh, jeez. One more thing.
The lights
Yeah.
around the village. How many street lights are out?
We will have the
That one over
person,
there has been out for 4 years. I get more lights
Mhm.
off of lights that the neighbors and I have hung.
Get more light off the village hall than we do on the street light.
Yeah, we will have the person in charge of that go around and that's, the person with the person in charge of that, please say something.
I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Drove around, all I can do is report to one.
Well, I need lights in the oil.
Okay, quick rebuttal, Lewis. I don't normally do this, but quick rebuttal.
Respond to everybody what she was talking
Yeah.
about. I got $400 and some thousand from Gonzalez. His representative was right in here, if you want to go to minutes, go get it, to do a study for that.
Mhm.
What's become of it? I don't.
Okay, let me, since there's all of you here, let me explain what happened with the sewer. I was very much involved in that. I met with Summit County quite a few times. We had a great deal worked out. All council, everybody on, well, that was the council at the time, voted to go with the sewer project. The unfortunate thing happened is that the $8 million project that we had, we discovered we had no place to send it. Canal Fulton backed out of the deal. And so we had to look further, and Summit County looked into building a sewage treatment plant at the tune of another $8 million. That doubled the size, that doubled the price, which meant it'll double what you guys anticipate on the taxes. Okay.
So that doubled,
Mm-hmm.
and yet we're gonna chase one of the only tax-paying businesses
Okay.
out.
All right, we definitely,
You guys didn't have the down payment money for them.
no, there's more to it than that. But,
That's the main part of it.
okay, anyways, I talked to the thing. So, all right, so anyways, that's that. Let's move on.
Okay, I would.
Can I address finish and help the mayor finish with the sewer question? So Summit County came back with that building a plant in the village. It was going to be, like he said, double. Then they came to the decision that most of the residents in the village of Clinton could not afford that, and just like we couldn't afford it before. So then they, if I could, please correct me if
No,
I'm
you're doing
wrong
fine.
there.
You're doing fine.
So then Summit County said the village of Clinton, most of the residents couldn't afford a system. So then they said, we will encourage the residents to update their there's septic systems and and then, well, but there's help. You can apply for help. But then they also said that they would approve, which has already been approved by the EPA, the individual package plants that you could put to process your sewage yourself. So as far as a sewer coming through, that's where we're at right now, because I'm sorry, Louis, but that's what we were told. Am I
Yes,
correct?
you are correct. It's
Okay.
dead at this point.
Okay, so anyway, please.
Tell them the price.
Please, but.
You already did.
I already did.
Yeah.
So at that point, this is where we're at. So there is a Summit County program for residents who can't afford it to apply for help if they need help with their septic systems. And other than that, at this point, we are kind of stuck at this point, because by and large, most of the village residents couldn't afford to do the system that Summit County wanted to put on us. And that's where we're at. It's not that council is not trying to figure out how to help the village. We are.
The county then just backed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Got
county
back
backed
out.
off.
The county.
This is where we're at.
Yeah, the county is approving, they started approving septic systems, and they're doing everything they can to help us out with this now, because unfortunately the price, as Marissa said, is way too high. And, I also want to point out, typically in a citizens comment section, in most places, you get your 3 minutes to speak, nobody responds, we just listen, nod our heads, what most places do. I kind of like this interaction to a point where we can answer your questions and address your issues, because I think we are here for you guys. So if you have questions, you have issues, you have concern, you can take one of my cards and call me anytime. You can show up at council meeting and ask what's happening here. That's fine. And I would like to hope that we can address every one of your issues. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. We have Greg Hunkel. Am I reading this? Jay? Greg? Yes. You wrote no down here. Is that still the case?
It's here for Gordon, Jeff, and Kevin.
Okay. Right below you is a name that I absolutely am something. What?
I was just gonna ask about the street.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully we will brighten up your drive soon.
Hopefully it's pretty. All over, we were racing everywhere.
I used to be real short. I used to be in charge of that, and I never really knew how they. I really don't know what they did. I just reported it, and they came out and fixed it. Well, I had to report one in front of my house one night. It was winter time, and I'm looking out. I'm like, "What's going on out there?" Here they come by at night to fix them because they want to make sure they're out. So they will actually bring the bucket truck and clean the lens and put the lights in or the sensor or whatever it needs. So it is pretty cool, but we have to report all this, and then they come on and take care of that. No, it's not Kevin's job, actually. It is Ross's job. It is. Yeah, he did. Yeah. He's made several trips around the village and called them in. Okay, below that is... Man, I'm starting to enjoy my handwriting. It's not as bad as I thought. I'm sorry, I don't mean to pick on all you, but when I first got on council, that I had to sign signatures. They said, "That's a terrible signature." It's like, yeah, you're right. I have a terrible one. Arlo Tria? I'm sorry. You're an attorney. You might be able to help.
It looks like my signature.
Oh, what do you want to say? No. Anyways, guys, whoever you are, you have no beside your name. So we will just move on to another one. I can't. MW, somebody else have a no beside your name? Anybody? Okay. All right. Jim Schilling, you also have a no beside your name. Thank you very much. And you're all welcome back next week. Even if Gordon does show up, you're welcome to come by and just watch it live in person. Okay, cool. Lilia Skate, okay. And you've got great handwriting. So I just couldn't, okay.
First, I want to say, it's been a while since I've been to one of these meetings, and I was really disgusted with the lack of professionalism by you guys. I know y'all got problems, you want to point fingers, all that, that's great. But like they said, we're the community, we voted for you, and you're going to sit here, oh no, you said that, oh no, you did this. You're a mayor.
You should be neutral. You should be Switzerland. I don't get that feeling. As far as Gordon, why do you want to chase businesses out of this town? We are down to what? One hair salon, one restaurant bar and his shop, and some individuals? Yeah, and the drive-thru. That's it. And they close early. This town buttons up at 8 o'clock at night. What are you doing? Kids move out of this town because there's nothing here for them.
Mm-hmm.
My kids, I moved them here from Cleveland thinking, hey, this is going to be great. They're all an hour away because they have better opportunity. It's pathetic to see what this town has come to in the 20 years I've been here. I started out as a bartender. I raised hell at the top, kids. As most of you know. No, I didn't. But you know what? We were a community. We did Halloween parties for the kids. Yeah, we were drunk, we had fun, but our kids came and dressed up and had a great time. We don't do that anymore. We get an apple fest that maybe people get to. That's it. But everybody wants to point fingers at people who are honest, hardworking people and complain about them? Why?
Just love the community.
I don't get it. He could have moved and gone anywhere when he left town and moved out to Dalton. He could have taken his business, but he didn't. And you know what? He works on my stuff all the time. I won't go to anybody. So I don't understand the problem here.
Well, we definitely, as a matter of fact, where is?
And again, you know he's been saying, why didn't anybody jump up to help? Why didn't anybody go, hey, Gordon, we know you had a problem. We can help you. What's going on? We put flowers everywhere else on the street. Put some in front of his shop. Make it look nicer. Don't just point fingers.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I can tell you, I've been working with Jeff and going on different places, talking to people who want to bring more business into this village. So I'm hoping to see.
Everybody gets shut down because of EPA.
No, it's because of no sewage, no
Yeah,
sewer.
no sewer. But
It's all tied in.
But that's supposed
we are
that's
looking.
changing.
Yeah, that is changing. Yeah. Okay, next up, Dennis Belenovich. Dennis, yes, come on up.
Okay,
Come on. Oh.
I'm fine here. I'm not really a resident of Clinton, I'm just over the border into New Franklin. I've known Gordon and dealt with him since about 2010. He's a man of honesty, integrity, and he's a damn good mechanic. And I don't know why anybody would want to remove that from this little township that I pass by twice a day going to and from work. He's a great guy. He does great business. That's all I want to say, and I'm sorry if I'm out of place because I live over the border, but he's a damn good man.
That's okay.
I don't like what's going on.
Well, and I can tell you, I mean, I've been friends with Gordon for years. I'm really thankful he's staying in town, and I do want to see his business continue to grow and be part of it.
Where I was driving home from work, my air conditioner went out. I work an hour away
Mm-hmm.
in Twinsburg. Or my transmission went out. I couldn't get reverse. It was just roaring back and forth. I pulled into his driveway at 4:30, 4:05, and he runs out, takes a look at it, doesn't even charge me. I mean, you want to get rid of a guy like that? I'm about to get rid of him. Ridiculous.
Nobody's saying.
Yeah, I don't think
Nobody's saying you're in court, nobody.
He's a great guy.
Nobody's
Well,
ever
but
said
it sure
we have
sounds-
something to clean up this place.
Go
We have to clean up this place. You know how that goes.
Okay, guys, all right.
He's a fucking bull.
Gordon, we cannot have the language.
No, I'm not.
Okay, no. We asked him to leave.
Thank you very much. Okay, James Jewell, you marked no. Is that a change?
Yeah. Everybody's pretty much said what I was here to say, but I'm here for Gordon, and I feel the same. You ain't gonna find a better one anywhere. I mean, he does stuff for you that, I mean, he's done things for us for nothing, not charged us anything to do it. So, yeah. No.
Okay. I am out of names. I want to thank each and every one of you. Yes.
Just real quick, Gordon, if there is any mean, if it's on my feasibility, I'll come down for a couple hours then.
You know, the only reason it has looked bad since right after COVID, I've had 2 heart attacks, knee surgery, my wife's left me, or this and that, and more. Say, come on now, you gotta take some in life. And, it is getting cleaned up. In fact, you drive by it right now, it's very clean. There's 2 or 3 cars I'm trying to get titles to get rid of. Some of these cars were left by townspeople with no titles. So,
Yeah, I have seen that, yes.
They
Yeah.
just put them in the lot here and let you guys do it.
Your question was never answered to the conflict of interest. You were
So I
asked,
did address
you were
it.
asked that at the very beginning, is this a conflict of interest?
As far as him contacting the EPA,
As far as him speaking about my business when he owns a competing business.
With
me wanting him to clean up his. My attorney said it's a felony for him using an elected seat for personal gain.
I'm not using it for personal gain. I will never start
You
business
hide
here.
however you want. You know what I'm not gonna.
All I've asked you to do is stand in your place.
I do have a question directly to what he just said.
Okay, all right.
If he called the EPA and he is a council member, is council not responsible for each other? Like, does he just have the right to call the EPA? Because once you're a council member, you kind of aren't a private citizen anymore, you're a public servant. So isn't there a guideline where one person on council is just allowed to step up and call the EPA?
So,
Should it have been like a council?
to answer your question, anybody could call the EPA and make a report.
Okay.
In the past, I've advised council members who had complaints about, say, an animal issue, and I said, well, there's nothing that the local police will do about that, but call the deputy, or call the dog warden, or if it's like a hunting thing, call the ODNR. The ODNR has a report online function. You report it online, just like any other regular citizen. Now, I'm not entirely in the know about this situation currently. I know that the EPA was contacted, and that's about all I know from this meeting. I haven't really been looped in as far as the village having any sort of official stance on this issue.
Gordon, let me ask you something. What was the outcome of that EPA visit?
Oh, everything's fine down there.
Okay, so you passed with flying colors. Well, that's fantastic. So you are in complete compliance?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Could I just add that I know that for many years, we had our village dump that we were trying to close all those years. And every year, the dump site was inspected by the EPA. And I know that every time they came down to inspect the dump, they also inspected Gordon's, full well knowing that there was flooding. Okay, Gordon, I respect you and I appreciate you being in. Wait, please, Gordon. I appreciate your business, and I understand it's hard not to talk, but you're not doing yourself any favors. You know what I'm saying? So, please, for your own good, try to control it. I just ask it, please. So, anyway, every time that he passed. So it has been an ongoing monitoring situation by the EPA. Just wanted to put that out there.
So.
Nothing new. Yes,
Yeah, he's always passed.
Yep, okay.
So.
Which is overriding no further action paper. It also says the zoning can't be changed either.
Right.
Yeah, that will have to be hit another time.
Yep.
All right, once again, thank you for everything. We're moving on to resolutions and ordinances.
All right. First reading, ordinance number 0-24-12. An ordinance amending ordinance O-17-24, ordinance to create chapter 761, medical marijuana cultivators, processors, and retail dispensers, and declaring an emergency. Second reading, resolution number R-24-11, a resolution amending the annual appropriations for the current expenses and other expenditures of the village for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024, and declaring an emergency.
Can I stop you there?
Yes.
I know I love to go, you all know I love to go 3 readings on everything. This one right here, although it's a second reading, I'd love to wait and go 3rd reading, but this is slowing down what Kevin needs to do for our roads. That,
This is appropriating the money for him to do the chip and seal and the patchwork and whatever. So
Okay,
he can't even call to get us on the schedule until this is passed. So if
Okay.
we can pass it tonight, he could call. The longer we put it off, the harder it would be
Okay.
to go.
to suspend the rules, and we have enough people to get, if we get all 5, we have to have all 5 votes to suspend the rules. So this is just a suggestion, your council, you can decide to wait, you can do it now. You can suspend the rules if you wish, or we can wait till
Okay.
3rd reading.
then, I guess I'll make a motion to suspend the 3rd reading.
Second.
All right, call for the vote.
Ketchmark?
Aye.
Godwin?
Aye.
Blackwell?
Aye.
Blankenship?
Aye.
Joseph?
Aye.
Now we need a motion to adopt.
Now, motion to adopt resolution number R-24-11.
We have a second.
Second.
Thank you. Okay, now we have discussion. If there's anybody who wants to discuss this, Leah's already laid out why this is important. And I keep getting some citizens call me saying, when are we going to get these roads done? So, which is why I brought this up.
This is for the chip and seal.
Yes, this is the
correct?
chip and seal,
Okay.
everything that Kevin, that him and I went around and looked over. It's going to cover most of the slide.
And what roads are they?
Man, and my Commons Road's one of them. And I'm not doing this because that's my road, but it's one of the majors. Van Buren out here, and we're going to take it all the way up there. And there's like half a dozen other roads, if I remember right.
Common, Fulton, Donworth, South, Middle.
Okay, so there are a lot of roads, and we're doing this year because we didn't get the grant for Clinton Road, so this gives us the opportunity to do some road work we were not originally going to do this year.
This also approves money for, work on Shadow Lane and for, repairing the Clinton Road before, hopefully we get the.
Okay, Shadow Lane is a dead-end street, and so most of you probably don't go up and down that road. If I urge you to take one drive up and down that road, you'll see what we're talking about. It has had place where it's buckled over the years, and it really needs done. So there's a lot of work to be done. I'd like to see it get done before winter comes. All right, it's called for the vote.
Godwin?
Aye.
Blackwell?
Aye.
Blankenship?
Aye.
Joseph?
Aye.
Ketchmark?
Aye.
Okay, 3rd reading.
All right, 3rd reading, resolution number R-24-09. A resolution number R-24-09 authorizing the transfer of funds for the general fund to the street fund, just a project fund, and street equipment reserve fund of the Village of Clinton and declaring the same to be emergency. Okay. I move to adopt.
Second.
Okay. I know this kind of spells out what it's for. What all is this one going to? So the last one is for the streets and stuff. What was
Well,
this
this
for?
is transferring the money from the general fund to cover.
To cover what he's going to do. Okay, beautiful. Okay, any questions, comments on this? Call for the vote.
Blackwell?
Aye.
Blankenship?
Aye.
Joseph?
Aye.
Ketchmark?
Aye.
Godwin?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. New business. Nothing? Okay, council general discussion.
Yeah, I would like to make a motion to, have our second meeting, which is August 22nd, since there is a lot going on. And I know we already talked about having one meeting June, July, and August, but
I like that idea.
I think there's just a lot going on. So
Are you
I'd like to
seconding?
make a motion.
Second.
Okay, we have first and second. Questions, comments? Agree, disagree? We'll find out when you vote.
I got a good idea.
Okay, call for the vote.
Blankenship?
Aye.
Joseph?
Aye.
Ketchmark?
Aye.
Godwin?
Aye.
Blackwell?
Aye. All right.
Any other general discussion?
Yes, general discussion. I have something. So I was in here, today working on some stuff, and, the fire department reserves the basement room for training. And then on the reservation, which they properly filled out the form, they are training Clinton Village employees down there. And there was a question, do they have to pay for that? And I'm like, what? Why would we charge our own employees to have training in the basement? And then I reached out to the chief and asked, do you normally pay for that? And he's like, well, I want to just make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. So I don't know about anybody else on council, but I think that's kind of crazy to charge the fire department to use village property to train our own employees on.
Well, whoever said we were charging them?
I don't know, but, I mean, I just think that we should let the fire department know that as long as they reserve the room, because you never know.
It's just
You didn't know it was
on
an
the
issue.
application,
Yeah.
when they reserve the room, that there's a.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that there was an issue with it.
Well, because there was.
Well, we've never really,
What do our
Let
codified
it go,
ordinances
right?
say? I'm just curious, because if the codified ordinance gives us no leeway, we ought to amend that to give leeway for this particular situation.
It's for when citizens reserve it, they have to pay for it. When any other, anybody else uses it, they need to
Okay.
fill out the application and pay for it. But this is employee training, for crying out loud. That makes no sense.
we
I
just
don't know
want to
why we're
clarify.
talking about it if they're not being charged, so let it be, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
there was
let it be.
a question about it. I just wanted to know your guys'
No.
opinion about it.
No, let it be.
Okay,
Sounds good to me.
all right.
Okay. Anything else under council general discussion?
How is the paperwork going for zoning to be able to actually enforce that?
Oh, that's already been given to Jeff. He got a copy of it a couple days ago. He's got to modify a couple things in there, for specifics of these, but he does have the proper paperwork. Yes, he does.
Work now.
Mhm. And I sent it to him last week, and him and I discussed it, right before the council meeting tonight. Any other questions,
Yeah,
comments?
Jeff, in front of Goff's, that trailer that's been sitting there, have you sent them anything on that?
They just received, today a grass notice, to clean around that trailer.
Yeah, but why is that trailer sitting there? Is that,
They, from my understanding, in the past, I believe the village let them, they park there in the right of way between the white line and the, wall
yeah,
that is there.
they don't have a driveway, I take it?
I believe they do, it's real steep. I can check it out for you first thing, see if the plates are registered or not, and go from there.
I think it has with some,
Where's this located?
in front of Goff's.
sitting here with
That's the name.
historical plates on it.
It's on Cleveland Mountain.
Across from
House
that,
north of the Goffs,
Okay,
on the cement wall.
all right. I remember I did get a call recently about a trailer, and I drove by there, and there was no trailer wherever it's at. I don't remember exactly where.
headed north, it's on the left.
Okay,
In front of-
all right. So, okay. All right, do you have anything else? Okay, presentation of purchase orders and bills for approval. We need a motion from somebody.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? Motion, call for the vote.
Joseph,
Aye.
Densmore,
Aye.
Godwin,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Blankenship.
Next item, motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, we are now
There's a reason why it doesn't have.